successful or not. Not everybody's life is crowned with success. So there are some secrets of success. And if you remember these secrets, you can, will help you, and you can be one of the people who will carry out the resolutions. And you can be one of those people who, on the end of your life, you will be satisfied that you made proper use of every moment of your life. So how to get that success? This is not a new quest. It's been with humans since the beginning. And 7,000 years ago, there was a great teacher, his name was Son of Shiva, or Shiva. And his wife was also a spiritual lady, an aspirant of very high stature. And she used to ask him questions, and Shiva would give the answers which were recorded for posterity. So one day she asked him, well, what is the secret of success? How can we make our life successful? And Shiva said, there are 7 secrets. So here's what he said. The first one is firm determination. That you have to, if you want to be successful, especially spiritually, you have to be determined. I am going to be successful. I am going to achieve my target. Because you know that in every endeavor, there are 3 parts. The beginning, the middle, and the end. And many people are good in the beginning, but as soon as that there are some kind of difficulties, then they will give up, because they don't have the determination. And similarly, there are many people who they don't finish properly. They reach the end and then they leave it, loose ends, we say. But so to be successful, you have to have tremendous determination, stamina, because life, especially spiritual life, is not easy. You're going to be faced with many obstacles. So the mediocre people and the weak people give up when those obstacles come. But if you start with a firm determination, then you will carry through. So that's why he said the first secret of the spiritual success is firm determination. Then the second one, he used a Sanskrit word which doesn't have an English equivalent. He said Shradha yuktam, Shradha. And what it means is that you have to have a faith in, like your theme, a faith in God and reverence for God. You have to acknowledge that you're not a bag of skin and bones, but you're part of something much bigger. So you have to understand, you have to keep that in your consciousness. So it's very important. Then the third thing, he said, you have to find a teacher and give respect to the teacher, and listen to the teacher, and follow. So that's very important. There are some people who think they can do everything, they know everything. But if we know everything, then why are we so much in trouble? Yeah, we're so great. And then people don't even, when they meet a teacher, they say, no, I don't agree because I think it should be like this. Well, if you think it should be like this, then why are you in a mess? So we have to listen. Maybe there's somebody who knows something more than we do. And maybe that person will even say something that contradicts what we think. And we have to be ready for that. And that's one of the biggest problems. So people shop around for, this guru, that guru, but they say, no, he said that and I don't agree with that. Okay, you don't agree with that, but maybe he's telling you something that you need. So anyway, find a good teacher, one who is an example, and follow that, and learn from that, and respect him. So that's the third secret. Then the fourth secret, he said, you have to control your organs of sense. It means that, like some people have the philosophy, if it feels good, do it. But maybe something that feels good today won't feel good tomorrow. So you eat a big giant cake now, but maybe next minute you're going to have a stomach ache. It was pleasurable while you had it, but then you get something later. So he said that this fourth secret is you should control these organs of sense and learn how to you should be in the reins. Like in the ancient times, the philosophers compared the humans to what examples they had in those days. So what examples did they have was, they didn't have cars, they had chariots. So the chariots pull, you know how it goes, there are horses, there's some reins, and there's a driver, and he's sitting there, maybe there's a passenger sometimes. So what is that? The horses are our senses. The reins is the mind. The driver is a discriminating intellect. So we know many things. We know, yeah, if I eat this thing, my doctor said it's not good for me. I shouldn't eat it. But then we don't have the control. We eat it anyway. We know the doctor is right. We read the biology books, we know it. But we don't do it. We know a certain substance will make us lose control, or we still do it. People do it. So that's because the mind is weak. The reins are weak. And then the driver, the intellect, can't control anymore. And the chariot goes out of control. So we have to, Shiva said that secret is to control the senses. So yeah, you like it, okay, you can take a little of it, or don't take. And if something's really bad, like I said in that song, let's say you have an impulse, it's really bad, then you say, okay, I'll do it, but next week. And you keep delaying, and good things you do immediately. So that's what he said was the fourth secret, to control those horses. We have to control the organs. And the fifth secret is also a very difficult one. He said, you need a balanced mind. So what is a balanced mind? A balanced mind is some people, there are extremes of mind. Some people have an extreme inferiority complex. They feel, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do anything. And if you think that, then as you think, so you become, and then you can't accomplish anything. So that's obviously not a good frame of mind. But there's also another extreme, which is not good either, where someone has a superiority complex, and he thinks he can do anything, and he thinks he's the most, wonderful person on the planet, and whatever he wants to do is good. But that kind of complex is also not good. So we have to have a balance. We should not feel inferior. Like I said in that first song, the force that guides the stars is guiding you. So why should you be inferior? You have the whole cosmic force is with you. Why should you feel inferior? But you shouldn't feel superior that you can do anything. So how to do that? You have to realize you have a great strength, but that strength is given to you by God. It can be withdrawn from you also. The person who's mighty today can be humbled tomorrow. And if you realize that your strength comes from God, which is within you, then you will be balanced. You won't feel inferior, because you know that strength is with you. And you won't feel superior, because you know that also the strength can be withdrawn from you. So this is the fifth secret, the balanced mind. And then the sixth secret, he said, take balanced food. What that means is sometimes people, especially in the religious path, they try to starve themselves and go through austerities. Even there's a story of Buddha was like that. He was trying to starve himself, and he tried many things. And even when he was good in a lot of the things, but he had to learn. Like he was good in firm determination. He sat down one day under a tree, and he said, even if my bones go to dust, I'm not going to stop my meditation until I find something. But he was not eating also, so he started to slump, and he couldn't meditate. When your back is not straight, you can't meditate properly. And then someone came and gave him food, and then he got strong. So we need that food. And then he realized that extreme austerity is not good, but indulgence is also not good. So you have to find a balance of the proper food, which will nourish you and satisfy you, but not harm you, like people in this country, too much obesity. You have to maintain proper balanced food. So that's not an easy thing. It's not easy to do that. So that's the sixth secret. And then Shiva said finally to his wife, he said, and you know what? There is no seventh secret. There's nothing more. No one can add anything. So that's it. So those secrets, this is what separates people who just, in the beginning of the new year, they make a pronouncement, and they close the thing, and they never do anything, and maybe in their whole life they're not going to do anything. So if we'll remember these secrets and put them into action, then we will be among those people who those resolutions become true fruits, and your life will become a flower.